Hello, BookTube. We're back with more uh, world domination. And this is silent moments. This is where we will discuss silent films. And it can be specific, a film specific, or it can be themes, or it can be um, from a novelization or a film from a novel. Now, for instance, August, as you're all aware, it is August of adventure. So we are reading The Lost World, and we're going to be looking at the silent 1925 version, The Lost World. And that's how we're going to connect these. It's going to be connected as well with the audio escapades. There'll be sometimes the same theme, like this month is adventure. So we're doing Treasure Island for the audio, and we're doing Lost World, two adventure films. Every month we'll do something like that. We'll connect those two. It might be the same theme. It could be the same story, or it could be separate again. It could be a theme like science fiction, for instance. We would do a science fiction audio, and then we'll do a science fiction silent film. That's how we're going to dovetail these. And we will, at the end of every month, we will have, and this is sort of a wrap up too of our world domination, this as well. At the end of every month, we'll have a wrap up, and we'll talk about what we're going to do next month, or reiterate, because the first week is misplaced authors. Second week is audio escapades, and then third week is silent moments. And as the reason for this order is, and occasionally we might bring in the misplaced author and connect all three. We have lots of options here, but specifically it will be silent moments, will be silent film.
Yeah.
In one shape or another.
That's right. Yes. No, absolutely. So there's a theme for the month, and then pretty much everything, with the possible exception of misplaced authors, because we don't have control over who picks the author, will fall within the same theme. If by chance the author does, then that's perfect. Everything fits in together. But, it's not important. It's not important that the author doesn't. Also, aside from that, for the theme of each month, we will be reading books as well, which might be which we might show the dramatization, be it audio or silent film, from the book we're reading. Like, for example, the first silent moment will be The Lost World, which we also happen to be reading as one of our book choices for August of Adventure. So yeah, it's clear as mud, maybe. But don't worry, we know what we're doing. Relax, we're pros.
Yeah, well, it's basically we're going to highlight certain things in each of these areas: old time radio, the audio, and the silent films, and they're going to have connections. Those two are definitely going to have connections some way. And as I was saying, there's so many of those. There's so many ways they can be connected. So we're not going to always do the same connection. There'll be different connections. It could even be an actor that is in one and that's in the other.
Exactly.
Or a director that's in one and the other. There's so many combinations of this. And that's where I'm hoping that it'll keep it fresh as well. Even though it seems like, well, you're just doing adventure again. Yeah, but Treasure Island and Lost World are very different.
Yeah.
They are adventure, but they're very different. And there are more connections than just the adventure. You'll have to wait and see. There are lots of connections that dovetail here.
That's true. And we're not beyond widening that scope as well, as Sean said, looking at directors that maybe have directed those films, actors who are in it, the stories maybe behind the films. There might be some interesting stories behind that, how they filmed it, if we can find out information like that as well. So we're going to go as in depth with these things as we can, and kind of really give you an all immersive experience when it comes to, in this case, silent film, but in in our other video audios as well. So
yeah, well, Elvis can join us as well. I can
yeah,
hear
he's
there.
trying to.
Yeah. Well, he can be our silent critic for
He's
the
not so silent though.
well, somewhat mutish.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, conversation is one-sided at least. So
Anyway, BookTube, thanks for watching, and keep watching this space because there will be more videos on these subjects. We will do a general video of old time radio audio and general video on silent film before we jump into everything.
exactly.
So each time we do this, there'll be a little more information of how we are constructing this.
I think that's right. And the more we progress with this, the clearer everything will become to you all. And then you'll be thinking, those two are geniuses. I'm quite happy to live in a world dominated by them.
Yeah. And we don't want to go past 2.0. We don't want to go 3.0. So keep watching. Bye, BookTube.
Bye, everyone.